welcome to another Saturday special. Today on the Saturday Project, I'm going to share with you some of the things I do when I go out to collect my stock footage. You have to excuse me if I'm a little bit out of breath. I've been walking on this pier for about a quarter mile now. It's actually a boardwalk. I'm here in beautiful Cedar Key. It's a little after sunrise. I actually got here late, so it's probably maybe 8:30. I was actually in the cemetery next door taking some shots. That was the real reason I came here. I wasn't too interested in the boardwalk, but cemetery turned to be mediocre at best, I would say. That's becoming one of my regular sayings. But I thought while I was here, it makes no sense to not take advantage of this beautiful view of the lake and the Gulf. So I'm here today taking shots, trying to get up to 1,000 photos and images in my profile for my stock footage. But I think on this Saturday project, I want to share with you what goes on to build an account for stock footage for places like Shutterstock. I've just started doing it about a month ago. I've actually had some very good sales, had 15 sales in the last week. Figured this is actually an endeavor I can make some money with, so I'm going to go ahead and pursue it. Paid off buying a camera, right? Told you. Anyway, thought I'd share with you what it goes through to get some stock footage. I look forward, so, you know, Halloween's coming. I'm thinking fall. That's why the cemetery run. But that went. I got a couple of images maybe I could use. But I came out here to get some footage. Sunrise on the lake. It's usually pretty good. It sells pretty good. Anyway, especially to environmentalists. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to get some shots while I'm here. Show you what goes on, how much work goes into this. But I figured might as well make a video while we're here, right? Always need a new Saturday project, so let's make some Shutterstock money. Perfect example of some good stock footage. Sports, very big. Things like extreme sports, super big. So I just so happened to wander upon this extreme frisbee field that they have here. There's one. Second one's back there by that gate over there. There's two. So I'll grab some quick pictures of this. So part of shooting stock footage is finding locations. I went on Google Map about 3 weeks ago before I even came out here and looked on Google Earth to see where I could see this water tower the best from. And then I found this little lake right here. It's not really on any map, it just happens to be here. And so what happens is you find your location, you hope it looks as good as you think. It actually kind of does look pretty good. I'm proud of myself. I actually did find a good location. And now you got to hike your way up into it. So I'd say it's about a quarter to half a mile to the other side of this little lake where I want to be from where I parked the car. And so that's how I start my day. I hike out to the spot, set it up. Clouds look pretty good. Maybe I can get a time lapse done while I'm doing some photos. So, but this is what's involved in doing stock photo work, and the rewards are slow in coming. I mean, I've been very fortunate. I've made a lot of sales in the last month, I guess you could call it. It's really been only 2 weeks that they've sold, but you know, all of this, that's why I do it as a hobby. You know, I'm doing it for the fun, I'm having a good time, and I'm making some money. So, all right, let me see if I can find me a good vantage point here. Keep going from there. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another Saturday morning photo shoot. Time is a little after 6 o'clock, as you can see. Getting ready to head to downtown Tampa, but of course first stopping at Dunkin' Donuts to get my favorite sweet Saturday treat. And then we're going to do some more stock photo photography today. So instead of sitting here burning up minutes, let's get on the road and get downtown and see if we can find a parking spot. So it looks like there's some sort of, my guess would be marathon gearing up down here, downtown this morning. I did not do my homework very well. I had no idea there'd be police and all these people and shit going on, but again, stock photography. So now this shenanigans, they're backing trucks out into the middle of the fucking highway. Excuse me. in the middle of the road, and that's why I start out really early. You never know what's going to happen and when. Alright, that's my target building right there. So I'm a good time. It's early. I want the lights to be out, so I have plenty of time to set up. But if I park this way, it's probably going to be much more. I've arrived at the location, got parking right out front like I thought I would, but you never know. But it is a bit windy this morning. It is a little chilly, which is a nice change. I'm usually sweating to death, but now I know what they mean about windy. It's going to move the camera around and all that, so I'm glad I have a very heavy tripod. Because if you can see the strap that's attached to this camera, it's blown in the wind like a windsock. But see, these are the things you got to do stock photo footage. It motivates you to get out here. Don't worry about the weather. I no longer worry about that. It's going to be a beautiful morning. I got some clouds drifting in. I got to set up, so I'll get busy with that, and then I'll let you know what happens with this one. Alright, well that's a wrap for today. I've exhausted all the different angles, turning around, possibilities, laying down, sitting up, every possible feature, motion, position you can go through to get these two buildings from their best angles. Not quite sure what their best angles are, but we'll find out when I get back to the lab and look it over. Anyway, just wanted to share with you what it takes to do some stock photo filming. I'm no pro, I'm a super amateur. I'm just getting started completely right now. I've been very fortunate. I've had 2 more sales this month, 16 last month, and it's only the beginning of the month, so, you know, it's what I call penny sales. They really don't add up to much. I think my highest selling photo was $20. So, you know, in total, I think a couple of hundred for last month, and looking like, if I'm lucky, maybe that much this month coming. But I love coming out and shooting. I see it as a hobby that also pays you, so, you know, no downside to that. I think for anybody that wants to get involved or is an amateur photographer that wants to make some side income, portraits are great. Let your friends know, put the word out, go do some free stuff for people. If you want to just try to generate some income from your photography, then of course you're going to want to maybe get a stock photo agency. There are a few out there. I'll put them down in the links below. They pay pennies, like I said, but it gets your work out there, it gets you seen. You never know what else it's going to generate for you. Work is work, money is money. That's why I do it. I love having my camera out anyway. Like you see, it's no freebie. There's a lot to it, but like I said, if you enjoy photography and you're out anyway, then it's going to be a win-win. Once you go through your old archives and you pull up, you know, stuff that you already have, and you start making new content stuff, you'd be surprised. My goal is to get my portfolio up to 1,000 photos by the end of the year. Slow goings. It's hard to find good-looking matter and subjects. I'm an amateur and a half, so it takes me way longer than maybe it would take other people. Plus, I'm doing it for the sheer enjoyment, so maybe that also slows me down. But I would recommend to anybody that loves photography, doing it as a hobby, would like to see a little separate income come from it, I would highly recommend just going online, doing a little research, seeing what stock photo websites are out there. There's dozens of them. Like I said, I'll put the ones that I use down in the links below. It's up early, it's out late, but it's doing something you love, and it's paying you in the end, then, you know, there's no way there's a downside to it. I hope this has been helpful to anybody that's thinking about going into making any kind of stock footage account, or anybody that's been doing it, seeing what another one goes through. I know for me, seeing what other photographers go through, their failures more than their successes, make me want to keep doing it even more. I see that it happens to everyone. Bad SD cards, bad weather, too many people on the scene, not the location you thought it would be, not quite the framing, you're not able to do the framing you wanted to do, you're not able to capture the subject matter you wanted that day, poor lighting, too many clouds, not enough clouds. It's a mood, it's a feeling. So I hope it's been helpful. I hope I've encouraged you to go ahead, if you've been on the border and thinking about it, just do it. Put your photos up. It's a good way to get criticism back anyway. Some you'll like, some you'll hate. I know when I sold my first photo, it was orgasmic at minimum best. And that same month I sold 15 more. I thought I was gonna pass out. It makes you feel like a real photographer in a way. You know, it kind of validates all the things you've been up to and the money you spent maybe. But for me, it was the extra little side income I was looking for. It looks like it's gonna pan out that way. Justifies me getting up this early on my days off and coming out here and, you know, buying my equipment and spending the time I do. It makes me happy. Make a few dollars, nothing wrong with that. Doesn't really cost that much to get involved. Like I tell everybody, use your phone, use whatever camera you have, any point and shoot, use anything you got. You want to start taking pictures, just take them, go out there. Don't feel silly. I was laying in the street, I was laying on the sidewalk, I'm kneeling down, I got 2 tripods out. You know, I'm running a time lapse on my GoPro, I always do, you never know what cool comes out of it. I met a few people, shook a few hands, you know what I mean, just talking BS. I'd just be in my house right now doing nothing anyway, so might as well make a few dollars, make a few friends, right? It was a fun time. Again, like I said, I hope it's been helpful. It definitely helps me. I like talking about it. I think in the end, it encourages more people to go ahead and start doing it. You should be doing it. Do it. It's a fun time. You enjoy it. It's gonna make you some money. Worst that'll happen is you get some criticism. People don't like your photos. Who cares? Take them for yourself anyway. Equipment, don't be hung up on that. I went out and bought an old school DSLR. It's only 10 megapixels, but when the photographer works correctly, it's amazing looking photos come out of it. So, you know, they were sellable, obviously. I sold a bunch. You will too. Probably have better equipment than me. You're probably way more talented than me. I've only been doing this for maybe 60, 65 days now. If I can sell them, you can definitely sell them. You know, my subject matter is limited. When I travel, I try to find cool stuff. Here in the area I live, you know, we got beaches. You know, there's a million competitions for those pictures. So today I was trying some building shots, architectural shots, to see what I can get. We only got 6 big buildings here. I picked the 2 that looked kind of cool, that were the closest together. And the other 4 are right next door. I kind of got them in too, but I think the only one that would have really been as good is the one that's completely glass that's behind me, would be that bad boy right there. And really, the other one across from it is kind of plain and boring, so I just didn't bother. Anyway, like I said, photography is a wonderful thing. I'm gonna come back out and probably shoot that building. Now it's stuck in my head. It's so much glass that either facing the one I shot from the roof of some garage that I see now that I could possibly get up on, it'd be worth coming back and doing. Probably in the winter when the mood's a little different and everything looks a little different out here. Anyway, y'all know how we do it. Comment, like, subscribe. Love ya. See y'all on Monday. Have a good weekend. Get out, take your camera, take your phone.